right, y'all. This startup is officially cooked. It's done. Done. Like they should not expect to recover from this. If you have not heard of the T app is a women's only dating safety app where women can, express and speak with other women about men that they're talking to or potentially talking to, and it's not just men, it's just women, women's safety. So there was a major hack in which over 72,000 images were exposed, including 13,000 verification images. Now, these are government IDs and selfies. Keep that's a very important point, those 13,000. So basically, T App was advertising itself and marketing itself by basically saying that, hey, safety, privacy, you have to do this verification process so that you can prove to us that you are a woman because it's women only. However, after you upload these selfies, after you upload these government IDs, and after we do our review and make sure that you are who you say you are, we will delete these. So it's supposed to be a zero knowledge database on that front.
So that was a fucking lie.
That turned out not to be the case because an exposed database ended up on 4chan, the cesspool of the internet, the worst place for a data dump to go. And like a feeding frenzy of sharks smelling a drop of blood, these incels went in. There was apps made showing heat maps with all of these women's addresses on them, and you can see their pictures. You know where they live. You can just GPS your way to them. There was another app where people were able to rank the users on the app by their perceived attractiveness, and there was a bunch more, and there'll be more that are coming out. Um, but that all happened last week. What happened yesterday was that T app shut down and disabled its DMing capabilities. And the reason why they did that is because 404 Media found a vulnerability that allows unauthorized DMs to be read. Um, there's so it is very obvious that this was not a security first company, at least in engineering. This is inexcusable. This is hot garbage. This is criminally negligent. I think I'm not a lawyer. I'm a software engineer, but I don't see how this happened other than the fact that there was no you know there was no testing in place or accurate testing in place. And this is why test ops is important. It's also very very apparent that they rushed this app. Um, Yeah, they rushed this app. It's a great concept. I believe in the concept. The execution was piss poor, and you have physically put these women's lives in danger. You have physically put these women's lives in danger. And then secondarily, all this data is not out here that we all know that these companies are going to use to add to their advertising avatar that they already have for these people. How many how many women are going to have to pick up and move because crazy stalker, online, parasocial connections or whatever, and they want to decide they want to drive halfway across the country and unalive them. Does the T app bear responsibility for that? Me personally, I think they should. I think they should bear part responsibility. I don't know how that works, but I just this is gonna have some ugly consequences. But tell me what you all think. I personally think that they're done. I think that they're going to get a class action lawsuit, and I think that it's a possibility that some people might face some jail time. I don't know. It just feels really slimy and negligent. But tell me what you all think. Like, comment, share, and I'm going to stay on top of this. More than likely, there'll be another story out this week. So subscribe, stay tuned. Peace, holla. Tell Mizuki. Tell him bye.